love to our plain sweaters is the man, the myth, the legend. That's right, he deserves it. I'll keep saying it.
Thank you.
Ken Wingard.
Hello. Yeah, so this sweater, which I heart, I've gotten so many compliments on today where I bought it.
Because it's fantastic. I mean, it looks like a designer sweater with a little detail like that.
I saw a designer sweater.
Okay.
It was $195, and I'm like, I'm not buying a heart sweater for $195. So I decided, how can I make it? And what everyone at home needs to know is this isn't a patch or sewn on. This is actually woven into the fabric of the sweater. It's called a process called felting. That's not the one I saw, but I figured that's the way I can get that same look. So it's actually an integral part of the sweater. It's a really fun, ancient process. And
I'm going to be able to do it.
Yep. We've done sewing, we've done ironing, and now it's felting, buddy.
You know,
Come on, let's get started.
I'm comfortable with all the tools you hand me, but I'm not sure about this, but I'm going to figure it out. Okay, let's go. You said that we can do this DIY, start to finish, 5 minutes
Exactly.
or less. Start your timers, everybody. No,
So
don't really.
what you're going to do is you've got a piece of foam. Now you can use a piece of foam, or you can buy these felting brushes, and you're going to put that right below where you want to put your pattern. I marked a little safety pin here so we would know where it was. You can take out your safety pin.
Okay, so that's just for positioning.
That's just for positioning.
Okay,
now I've got a cookie cutter, and I'm just going to place that cookie cutter right on that location. All good?
All right, so
now
far
we're gonna
amazing.
Get this soft stuff. This is called roving.
Okay.
You're going to get a little bit of it, sort of pull it out a little bit, and you're just going to fill your little heart with the roving, nice and fluffy.
Okay, good. Just want to see how much to get in there. You know, in other words, a good amount so I don't see any of the
air,
sweater.
right?
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
and now you're going to get this, which is a felting needle.
Okay, just this guy right here?
This little guy right here. Yours is a triple, mine's a single, as you can see that.
Yeah.
This is a little needle. And all you're going to do is poke through the roving into the sweater.
What?
So that kind of, the sort of foam or the brush sort of gives the needle a place to go.
Well, what is the roving? As we do this, I want to ask you, now I've got some questions. What is roving?
Roving is actually unspun wool. So when you take the wool and it's sort of taken from the sheep or the goat before it's gone on the mill. So it's a long sort of spool fibers. And what you're doing is you are actually intertwining those fibers with the fiber of the sweater. So
that's why it looks like it. You know, it looks like such a good match in a sense. It doesn't look like you've sort of iron something on. It looks like it's part of the sweater.
Exactly. And one point I want to make out here is that you do need to use a wool sweater. These are inexpensive. I got them on sale. It's a merino wool sweater because the way felting is an ancient process. It's one of the first fabrics we had, traced back to sort of the center of civilization. And wool fibers naturally have little scales, and they will actually interlock with each other. So what this needle does, this needle has little barbs on, little cuts, and every time you push down, you are intertwining the roving wool with the wool of the sweater. So it's actually becoming one and the same.
Now I've got some.
I'm going to take your little extra needle here.
Well, it's because I'm doing such a good job over here. Ken wants some of my tools. I've got a little bit of sweater showing through. Can I add a little bit more of the roving?
You can. You sort of do it, and if you're not happy or if one place doesn't stick, you just go through, add a little bit of the roving, and you just keep going until you're actually happy. I think I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
You are. I'm doing great. Now, do we need the felting, what do we call it, felting needle? Can you use something else or?
No, you really need that needle. You can't see it, but each needle has these tiny little nicks, and what that is taking is the fiber from your roving and is twisting it in with the fiber of your sweater.
How about this? You're doing pretty well.
Yeah, so and I keep switching back and forth. You see this one? They make them that have like 5 needles on there, so for the center, you can use that. For the edges, use your single one. Now, I'm feeling pretty good here. How are you feeling?
And we're using the heart-shaped. How did I do there?
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, what do you mean not bad?
There you go.
Spectacular in my book.
Once you're done, you can take it off. If you can see how we're looking here, then what you can do is take your needle and just go back through.
I see.
And sort of fine-tune your little edges there.
I see why you said not bad, and because yours is actually spectacular and mine is borderline.
But hey.
Yeah, no, I'm with you now.
And then once you get that all in there, you go back through, and you can go around your edges. As you said, if you want it a little bit denser, if you want a little bit, just add some more of that fiber. Now, I want to show everyone at home what has happened here to the back of this. I'm going to peel this off, and if you look carefully here, let's get a shot of this. You can see how that fiber is gone through and entangled. So it's actually part of the actual sweater now. See, there you go.
I'm afraid to show mine in case it looks different. So just know that I'm not showing mine, but it really does look like that. Like if I were to show you the backside of mine, it would look exactly like Ken's.
And then all you're going to do when you're done is go through with a warm iron set on the wool setting.
Okay.
And you're just going to a little bit of steam. And what that's going to do is really sort of set your fiber and get your harness.
And
How's yours come out there?
Mine came out
pretty
well.
good. I think
it's pretty good. It's because my roving is a little bit of a different texture, so it's a little bit thicker. Do you want to try that?
Your first time with the, your first time with the roving.
Thanks.
I have to say.
I appreciate that.
So we've done sewing, we've done ironing, we've done roving. What's next? Are we going to do knitting next week?
Wow. I mean, who knew? Who knew is the big question. But yes, I'd love this. Hold them
there
up.
you go.
I mean, this is really great, Ken. Can we wear them on the same day next week, maybe together?
Total twinning.